everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. The Chiefs hope by the end of today's game they'll have secured win number 1 on the season. It's the Ravens going up against the Chiefs. With that, we'll send it over to Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis. They've got the call in this Week 5 matchup.
Larry, as always, it is a frenzied atmosphere inside Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Today, we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the Baltimore Ravens and the Kansas City Chiefs. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. And the offense behind the chains here a touch on 2nd and 11. They'll drop to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They established the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he comes back with one complete. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job here of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. Now a handoff here to his running back. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. The wide receivers, often a very, very talented group, and that's the case here.
And they don't mind showcasing it either. Those guys love to be flashy, love to make big plays out in the open field. They will attempt to do so in this game.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now Rodgers throwing on second down. Throwing the slant pattern here complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down. And now for the first time, we get a look at this defense that was very stout last week.
And all they expect to do is continue what they did a week ago. Play terrific defense and not permit that offense to get started.
Rodgers will try again on second down. His throw incomplete.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the second down incompletion. So a 3rd and 10, and defensively a dime look. 6 DBs. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Timing is crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down inbounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
Yeah, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Yeah, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
They'll set up a throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it won't count for 6. He's brought down, but inside the 5. 1st and goal at the 4-yard line. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time, which is punting the football.
But when you look at how teams play the game, that complementary football comes into play. How do I take care of my defense? How do I take care of my offense? Well, the defense is taking care of them in a lot of ways. Now it's time for the offense to jump things up and help their defense out. Give them a little bit of rest.
Yeah, time for them to give them a rest. You took the words right out of my mouth. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here this close. Sneak it.
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
They come up in an offset eye. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They come out here in the eye. They'll let the fullback try and take him home. They tried to let the fullback pound it in between the tackles, but he stopped up short. And the Ravens come up big down at their own goal line. Back to throw now in his own end zone. Over the middle, it's complete. Now, the coaching staff probably has the offense prepared for this. They worked on this exact situation all week in practice, backed up in their own end, needing to get a few yards here to create some space. So the offense has it 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. And a glance now at the Chiefs' defense.
Dontari Poe emerged on the scene fast as a young player and continues to make big plays at defensive tackle.
They're going to look to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. That one goes for 24 yards. And a nice pitch and catch to pick up the reception against man coverage.
Both of them read how much yardage they needed, figured what they had to do, and were able to beat the man coverage for the completion.
And they'll run it here. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he stopped immediately there. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Now, that result is no surprise. This team is bringing back memories of what? The 85 Bears, the 2000 Ravens. Those teams were so great against the run. They made you abandon any plans of doing that when you played against them.
And this defense looks for one more stop here on 3rd after the run. He'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. He gets 7 out of it, and he also gets a first.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Fresh set of downs here. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. They'll give it to him right up the gut. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line. A couple of cheats there to bring him down.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Green, 39.
The slot man in motion right. He'll drop to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. 2nd quarter now. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis with you. It's the Ravens who have the football. They're on the march, but facing a 3rd down here. And the 8th play on this drive coming up. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is. At the 6-yard line. The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
Hey, a simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point you've got to win at the point of attack. And on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
They'll come out in the pistol. On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. Green with a catch left side. Sheds a 2nd man.
He's building up some momentum, isn't he?
And a nice gain at 21 yards.
And that's why defensive coaches preach swarming to the football. It's usually going to take more than one guy to get that big man down.
And it did right there. Multiple broken tackles, but they eventually get him down. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. And if you're the defense and those D tackles, you like that they're trying to run the football here against your 4-3, don't you?
Yeah, because they tend to eat things up because they are so strong and physical, and especially when they play with leverage where they get lower than the offensive lineman and control them. And what I love about the good defensive tackles, they can play over the guards, they can slide and play over the center. Nobody in the offense likes that day when they have to deal with those guys.
Flushed out right. Throwing right, and that's complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield across the 45. He got 29 yards that time.
Of course we think of Aaron Rodgers as a pocket passer, but you and I both know this guy's a pure athlete. He can get outside and make plays with his legs as well.
I showed it right there, outside of the pocket and on the money. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
There's another example of why they haven't scored any points so far. I think it's time to abandon the run game, spread things out, and go to the air. It certainly can't be any worse than what they've done so far.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Rodgers to throw on second down. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
Rodgers looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Going up top. And a shot taken on third down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense and over the post.
The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They come out here in the eye. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He'll find his man on the comeback route. Complete. Give him 18 on that one. And the Ravens are going to have a 1st down.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball?
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
We got 3. Hurry up, here we go. 3,
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. A gain of 3, second down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. In motion, the tight end. They'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. It goes as a gain of 8. It moves the chains.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put it up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield.
Partner, we're into the second quarter, and I guess you can kind of look at it both ways. The offense, they've got to figure out what they're going to do because they haven't scored any points. But if you're the defense, you're feeling great about what you got going on. The only concern you have, if you get to the half, what adjustments will the offense make to try to defeat you?
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And they're able to get this one down to the 25. That one goes for 24 yards.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. 8 yards to go here on second down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. That is caught at the 7. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. A good run of 6 yards there. Gets him closer to the goal line with second down coming up.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
Second and goal as the offense looks to try to punch it in. And he is unable to get in. They stop him at the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
They come out here in the eye. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. It's their quarterback. His first touchdown on the year. And the Ravens have taken the lead.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Already looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
Tyreek Hill on the return. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Green's got it over the middle. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. On first down, Rodgers. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Their dangerous wide receiver as the first half is winding down. And the Chiefs are going to jump back in front. Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Let's go! Green 39! Green 39!
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Surveying the field. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Let's go!
They'll look to throw now on first down. He's got time in the pocket. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half.
All right, here we go. 3-19!
They'll throw now on the final play. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that. So 2nd and 10 here. They come up in an offset eye. Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
They hit that crossing route really well. Excellent timing, puts it right on him, and he keeps running.
Yeah, turned it upfield for good yardage. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Rodgers now on first down. Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. They go play action here on first down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
And he'll give it here to his running back. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
So following the run, we'll see what they do here on 3rd down. They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. And they'll go on the ground. And some room to work. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Now it appears we've got a Chief moving pretty gingerly down there. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. Now the ball comes loose, and he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
So the offense readies for a 2nd and 4. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
And frankly, Brandon, we're talking about things I'm not sure we ever thought we'd talk about in the NFL. And a lot of that is the speed at the linebacker position. A lot of these guys in college, they were safeties. They moved them up to outside linebacker to combat the spread offenses, and now we're seeing it in the NFL. Those same guys using their speed to make plays in the backfield, similar to that one.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
Partner, how many times have you heard it? Pressure creates diamonds, right? But it also bursts pipes. And on that one, that's what they got. They got after him, and he was fortunate just to get rid of it.
Yeah, he just had to chuck it away. And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
The completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And he's got his man on the out route. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
What's fun to watch is these college receivers transitioning into the NFL and how they grow as route runners. Because a lot of times now in the college game, the spread offenses, there aren't that many routes that they're actually running. Most of the time, they're just trying to find open space and present themselves to the quarterback as easy targets. But in the NFL, you've got to run the entire route tree, and you've got to run it well if you expect to get open. Well, it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And an extra DB here for the Chiefs on 3rd down.
Pass situation.
And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. They'll come out in the pistol. Now they try the right side here. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
And the 8th play on this drive coming up. They'll set up to throw. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
And they pick up a first down, and that came out of the fullback position. But as you and I both know, that doesn't necessarily mean it's a fullback playing in that spot.
Well, times have changed, right? The old school fullback doesn't really exist anymore.
We're not getting that same player out of college. With all the spread offenses, not very many pro style, where you actually have a true fullback. We're having to make do in the NFL and put guys in that spot who emulate it but aren't necessarily that position. I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. And 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw again. And his throw here's incomplete. Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Back to throw again. Escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Call it a gain of 5. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a first down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
And Tucker's kick right there, it's good, and that will knot us up at 10. So they get 3. They were hoping for 6, an unlucky number 13 play drive.
Well, you go to the sideline after putting 3 points on the board, happy, but you wanted to be ecstatic. You wanted to have 6 on the board. On the opposite sideline, though, the defense, I think they're high-fiving each other, only giving up 3 after letting them run that much offense.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Now it appears we've got an injured Raven down there on the field. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he is going to lose yardage here. We're back now in KC. Nine yards to go. It's third down. They come out 5 wide. 3 of them to the right side. From the gun on third down, Rodgers. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's caught inside the 20. A big play on third down for the Chiefs. 56 yards.
That has to be frustrating for defenders. Third down, they take a shot way downfield. There is good coverage, yet they still come down with the football and pick up a big gain.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4, and it'll make it 2nd down.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot. Because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. He's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a 1st down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
The offense operating inside the 10 at the 8 here. It's 1st and goal. And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line. A good pickup there, 7 yards, and it's going to be 2nd and goal now. That's what they wanted out of that 1st down play. Run it down there. Now they're knocking on the door.
The only thing that would have been better was getting it in, and now they can do whatever they want because they've got confidence on their side. Line up quickly and go, or savor it a little bit, but I run right back at them.
2nd and goal from the 1. And he is going to lose yardage here. That'll go as a loss of 5. And that is going to set up 3rd and goal.
With that kind of loss of yards, that is usually an error by the guy carrying the ball. At the 1-yard line, you can't get too fancy there. You just got to try and plow forward and get what you can.
It's just a disaster. You go back to the 6 after you were at the 1. So backed up to the 6 now. 3rd and goal. 5 receivers in the game, 4 of them to the left side. Rodgers now on 3rd and goal. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Jarvis Landry, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs have broken our tie as they take the lead. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17-10. After the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And the Ravens taking the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
that.
Super toe.
Here we go now. Green
They're going to look to throw. Throws right side, and that's complete. The 30. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there. 85 yards. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. This is taken at the 3. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Second down following the run. And on the ground they go with a running back. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed, as that's going to move the chains. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield across the 45. First and 10. Here's Rodgers. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. A big play there for KC. 42 yards.
Trying to defend a drag route is really tough because you don't want to jump a route that's shorter or underneath as the drag route is too quickly, because oftentimes they want to run that route and then hit over the top of you for bigger yardage. So if you can chip off the timing of the receiver off the line of scrimmage so he can't actually get into the route, that's the best way to defend it. But there was no possibility of that on that play. End result, the receiver won in a big way.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Throwing on second down. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down. It looked like he might have had a window there, but the rhythm was just a little bit off.
It certainly was, because everything that has to come together to get a pass completed. Yeah, you're right. The sync just wasn't there.
Again, we'll see the pistol here. Rodgers looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And that is incomplete. Jarvis Landry, the intended receiver, and it's 4th down. So a big one coming now for Cairo Santos. This to break our fourth quarter tie. And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And with the lead here, 20-17. So the drive here ends with a field goal, and that does give them the lead, but this one is still a long ways from over.
And you love to be able to look up at the scoreboard and see that you're out in front, but then you take one look across the that offense. I don't know that field goals are going to be enough to get us home.
And they're going to go soft on the corners. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, got to make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? In this case, they managed to get it done.
He'll look to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Gun. They'll look to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll go down at the 28. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
Back to throw. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. He dropped an 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a third down. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on third down. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. They'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
The defense won that play so fast that I think if the running back even had time to notice if anyone was there, it was just a blink of an eye, and there was a loss on the play.
319. 57.
The wide receiver moving to a new spot.
26. Hey, flex. 319. Go ahead, baby. Go. I'll go over here. 319.
Rodgers looking to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And now the Ravens are going to take another timeout. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here, and we'll be back. Big sack on second down. Now the offense needs to convert here on third. On the ground, it's Thomas. And they'll stop him right on the midfield stripe. And a timeout here. Timeout taken, whistles blown. Timeout taken by the receiving team. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. .44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And this one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you get a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds...
And got his man complete. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 73 yards. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
Back to throw. Incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
So out comes the field goal team. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Here's Justin Tucker now for the Raven field goal try. This to potentially send us to overtime. And his kick is indeed good, but there is a penalty marker down. They might be forced to try this one again. So a money kick there in the final seconds, and now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
And just a couple of scenarios here to keep in mind. One, if you want to be really aggressive, you do throw the Hail Mary and see if you can get something downfield.
What would you do?
What I would do is either hand it off inside or more likely to take the knee and let the clock run out. Because if I'm back there trying to throw and a sack happens, the ball comes free, I can lose the game.
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And out come the Chiefs now. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
As we said, they control their own destiny now. No gain on the play there, second down.
Well, he was stopped on that play, but he's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down. The play clock's running down. Here's Rodgers. Looking left side. That's caught by Landry. And they're able to get this one across the 35. When we see another great performance like this out of Aaron Rodgers, you have to chuckle thinking that his only FBS offer was a walk-on at Illinois.
And now he's the pride of Butte Junior College, of course at Cal. And I remember watching him play at Cal, and he would run 7-on-7 drills. Angry if the ball ever hit the ground, and it didn't do it very often.
58!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. And now they're in the hurry-up.
Brandon, as a defender, after a big running play against my group, I'm actually happy to see a draw play. Why? It takes a little bit longer to develop, and that gives me a chance to diagnose it and get to the play quickly.
Face mask penalty, and Charles, you were a defender. You know sometimes in the heat of the moment, it's hard to keep your hands away from that face mask.
Sometimes you just get out of position as a defender when you're trying to make a tackle, so you end up flailing away, and your hand gets into the wrong spot.
And now a first down following that long gain. They'll run it now out of the gun. And some room to roam now. The 20. A big pickup there on the run. 31 yards.
I know the game continues to evolve, and we have a lot of exotic stuff nowadays. I can't help it. I love a good old-fashioned draw play.
Who's typically fooled on defense on a play like that, a successful draw play?
Typically, it's the defensive line that's fooled because they're just pinning their ears back and going after the quarterback. And once they create some space and you get past them, you usually have a long way to go.
Now a handoff looking right. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Now they'll throw with Rodgers. Hills hit, and he lost the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to him, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Now part 1 is done, now part 2. And he's got room. And they're going to have this one up near the 30-yard line. 23 yards on the play.
Well, plenty of credit has to go to the guy carrying the ball. He broke the tackle and gained the yardage. But that doesn't necessarily mean that the defender's bad. They're not going to make 100% of the tackles all the time. Even the best in the game will miss one occasionally. The key is not to let it snowball and miss tackle after tackle. On that play, credit to the offense, but that doesn't make the defense bad.
And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30. A sea of Chiefs jerseys in there that time to make the stop.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Here we go. 3-19.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Going to throw right side here, complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. He had time, was able to survey the field and find a soft spot in that zone coverage.
And that's where it gets difficult for a defender, Brandon. You go to your spots on the field that you have to cover, and when the offense finds an area that you're not in, that's where they throw the football.
And the Chiefs showing a dime look as they defend this 3rd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. We saw 5 receivers out there, third down from that distance. You had to think quick pass. They were able to get it done.
No doubt about it. Everything went quickly on that play. The processing, getting the ball out, getting it to the proper target, and picking up the first down. Hard to defend. Maybe your only hope is get your hands in the passing lane on the pass rush and try and bat it away.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
And you know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Everyone dialed in. No gain on the play there. It'll be second down. Well, a well-executed blitz, no doubt. Great job by the linebacker. Maybe the quarterback, if he could have seen that, could have audibled there.
Yeah, he needed to be in a different play because that one just meshed perfectly for the defense. All the gaps were filled except for the one the offense really wanted to run through. And that was filled by a big man wanting to make a tackle.
And he made a great tackle. And a nice gain of 21 yards. And now he's closing in on 450 yards passing.
That's an incredible number. I mean, you're talking about the best defenders in the world that you're trying to throw the ball against, and you're creating that type of a number. Fantastic job, fantastic performance, and he's going to have to ice up his arm afterwards, too.
Here to his running back. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. So here we go. And the Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. They come out here in the eye. Oh, a quarterback sneak on second down. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves them needing about 7 here on third down.
Hey, give them credit. That's a good, solid gain there on the sneak because it all...
And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here in overtime, and we'll be back. And they will take a knee here. So here comes Justin Tucker in a big spot. And this one a 41-yard attempt. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. But there is a penalty marker down. They might be forced to try this one again. We were just treated to an absolute dandy in this one. A great finish in overtime with a long field goal. Everybody, including us, on the edge of their seats. Quite a game.
And it's rare that you get a game into overtime that it doesn't turn out to be a dandy, right? That's what we saw here. And just what you were talking about, a long field goal to win it. So definitely not a gimme. So there was tension all the way through until the ball went through the post.
But it did go through the post. Ice water was in his veins. So for Baltimore, they move a step closer to 500 as their record improves to 2-3. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for Kansas City, they'll sink now to 0-4. And they'll be back home next week for a date with the Washington Redskins. And for Charles Davis and our entire...
Crack of dawn, Monday morning coffee, strong pouring everything you got into a paycheck Friday night. Your power stroke, diesel backhoe riding king, 18-wheeler driving, living life in between the lines of clocking in and quitting time. But then the six-string circus comes to town.